All right, Wendy, I got my meeting now, okay?
I want to stay here.
This is the best part of COVID right here.
I know, exactly.
Okay, Julie's saying she's waiting to be let in, so admit. Julie's here.
100 plus.
Hey, Wendy, you gonna say the Pledge of Allegiance with us?
Hi, Julie.
We're gonna say it right now. Julie's here. Okay, we're all here, and I'm recording it, and we're streaming somewhere on YouTube.
Wait!
I don't know where it is, Wendy. I know it's around there somewhere, but why don't we'll get started.
Wait, you at least need something last night.
So, sorry for the delay. So I'd like to make a motion to call to order the May 21st, 2020 Town Board as Police Commission meeting.
Second, Dan.
Wait! You also need something
We have a second? Sorry for the delay.
Second, Dan.
So I'd like to make a motion to call to order the May 21st, 2020 Town Board.
Can you hear Daniel?
Yeah, I had
You
to.
need these.
I had to turn the YouTube off because it was repeating everything I said. So I think we're good to go. And Dan seconded. So please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Aye.
You have to say this.
I pledge allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the
To the
republic
republic which
stands
stands
one
one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
for all.
See the shirt? I like that shirt.
What is it?
It's a favorite.
That's a Wilder t-shirt.
All right, so this meeting is being held via video teleconference and hopefully streamed on YouTube. It's also being recorded and uploaded to the New Paltz governmental website tomorrow. And so obviously we're doing this because of the governor's executive order, temporary suspension and modification of laws.
Here's my shirt.
If people have any public comments, please send them to the clerk at the town of New Paltz.
Oh, I'll just
And with that, I would like to make a motion to approve the police commission agenda.
Second, Julie?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I don't have any announcements. Does anyone else have any announcements?
I do on the banners.
Okay, well, we're going to talk about that at the town board meeting too.
Oh, okay. No
Um,
problem.
I have it on the
Sure.
agenda. We're going to talk about it. So other than that, I have no announcements for the police commission meeting. And
Yeah, sorry.
so
The only announcement I would have, I guess, for that wasn't included in what I had here is that we did receive confirmation from WatchGuard Video. They're going to be, their representative will be arriving next week to get the body cameras installed. So those will be hopefully up and running by the end of the week. And then we'll have those, I'm hoping to get them out on patrol, by the end of next week, early the following week, the week after.
right. And so do you want to go into executive session now to discuss personnel, or would you like to wait until after we go through the monthly report?
Whatever you guys are, whatever you're comfortable with, I'm fine with either.
I'm going to go through the monthly report because hopefully I won't mess things up with the AV stuff. We'll do that next.
So going through the monthly report, as far as commendations go, we have two. The first commendation is for Detective Judge. It was an email that was sent to Chief Schneider from Special Agent in Charge Kearney from the Oregon Department of Justice. He had reached out to Detective Judge for some assistance on an investigation case Joe was able to help him out, and he had just written a thank you letter to the chief, wanting the chief to know that he was of assistance and just very helpful to him and what he needed to do. So, and then the other commendation letter was it was addressed to Sergeant Lewis and Officer Cisco, but it also made mention about a third officer, who was Officer Jerome Milton. They had responded to a residence here in the town, and this letter was thanking them for the way they handled that call. It was a delicate call. It was a family matter, and so they were very appreciative as to how the officers conducted themselves and the help that they were able to provide them. So, and then we have one use of force report, and this was for an incident that took place on April 7th. And in this case, the individual that was taken into custody is a 44-year-old white male, approximately 6 feet tall, 250 pounds. This stemmed from a domestic dispute. The officer in this case had responded to a domestic dispute in which he was interviewing the gentleman here who was involved in this. This person would not comply with the verbal commands that the officer had been giving him, and then ultimately charged out at the officer, trying to grab the officer's legs. The officer was able to sprawl out and use his body weight to pin the individual on the ground, and then take him into handcuffs. When he did so, the subject had sustained an abrasion or laceration to his right eyebrow. Rescue was called, and he was treated and released. The matter was investigated by the on-duty supervisor, who was actually present at the time. And then obviously you have the notes from Lieutenant Butler as well. And that is all I have, unless there are any questions in regards to anything else that I've gone over or anything else in the report.
Sorry. So I just had a quick question. That was a domestic dispute, like
Yes.
the last one? And I'm just curious. And he sounds like kind of a large guy, and he was just released, right? So is there ever any follow-up on like what the problem was with the domestic dispute?
So in terms of the case itself, we would investigate that. In this particular case, this gentleman was arrested and charged with disorderly conduct and resisting arrest. There were no charges stemming from the domestic dispute itself.
I see.
If that was the case, they would be charged, but it wouldn't necessarily change the process. For this, once we make that arrest, if it's a misdemeanor, then they're released on an appearance ticket. If it's a misdemeanor or a violation, they're released on an appearance ticket. It's not, we could arraign him, in this particular case, if there was need to arraign the individual for an order of protection, that would have been done. But that was not the case for this claim.
Okay, great. Thank you. Just with what's going on these days, I just worry about domestic disputes and just, want to make sure that everybody's okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, so I'd like to, if that's it, I'd like to make a motion to go into executive session to discuss matters of personnel.
Second, Dan?
All in favor?
Aye.
Hi.
So just give me 1 second. I have to pause the. So I am, the recording is back on, and now I will try to, should be smoother than this. I'll try to figure this out next time.
Can I ask the chief a question while we're doing this, Neil? Is that appropriate? So, Chief, can you just give us a little bit of around? Obviously we're living in very different times, and just wondering from your standpoint, how does it feel? How does it feel out there for you in providing security and things like that in the town these days? Any concerns that you have or any support you're needing in the police executing their job?
No, I mean, I think we're okay. As the supervisor alluded to, we're always concerned about.
How does it feel out there for you?
About the impact with COVID. But I think, you guys, the board has provided us with the resources that we need. What we are seeing a lot of is, there's definitely some fear and anxiety out amongst the community. We're seeing an increase in mental health calls. We're seeing an increase in substance abuse calls, on the county level especially. But, right now I think, we're able to handle what we are seeing. The number of domestic calls hasn't really increased too much, but what I would say is the nature of those calls seem to be more serious than they, you're not getting a run. They're less argumentative and more physical in nature. And then ultimately we're getting calls in terms of pause orders, and our approach has always been, we're going to be measured in our response. We're going to educate. We're going to do the best that we can to get people to be compliant with these pause orders by talking to them and educating them, and really not steer away from arrests and citations and things like that. But I think the officers are doing well with all that, and I think right now we're still okay. We're operating in a good place.
And guidance to the community members who see things that they don't like is call the police, not act out on your own.
Yes, or report, use the anonymous reporting portal, but certainly not. I think tensions are high, and we really would discourage people from taking those matters into their own hand. It may seem benign to them just to say, "Hey, you should have a mask," or "Hey, you should do this," but the reality is you don't know how the person is going to receive that message, and then those things tend to escalate. And as we've seen across the country, incidences of violence where people are being told just simply wear a mask, and violence occurs as a result of that. So, we would ask them to contact us.
Great, thank you.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's all we. So. We're out of executive session now, and we're recording and we're streaming on YouTube. And I would like to make a motion to refer the hire of 2 part-time officers to the town board. And that would be officers Kaylin Marsh and Jonah Town.
David, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Aye.
Right.
Who's Jonah Town?
He's going to be a police officer in town, Wendy. And so with that, we have 3 minutes, but I think we can get started for the town board. So I'd like to, make a motion to adjourn the town board as police commission.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 And with that, I'd like to make a motion to open the May 21st, 2020 New Paltz Town Board meeting.
What's 20?
Second. Sam.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. And so the public hearing for the critical environmental areas is still open. Obviously, we're not taking comments right now, but if people have comments, if they could send them to the town clerk, and that's clerk@townofnewpaltz.org. And so with that, we're just going to keep that. We're just going to keep that public hearing open, and if you'd like to please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of Allegiance. To the
flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
What's in the I'd like to.
You're still here. You never went away.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second,
Second.
Julie?
Oh, sorry. In discussion, I would like to add acceptance of the guardrails. Sent an email out late this afternoon. And I'd like to add that to number 7.
Okay.
Anything else? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, for announcements, town offices will be closed Monday, May 25th for the holiday. The reuse center will be closed Tuesday, May 27th for Memorial Day. And public input, again, for this meeting, because of the governor's executive order for temporary suspension and modification of laws relating to disaster emergency, our in-person meetings are all being streamed live. Comments can be sent to the clerk at clerk.townofnewpaltz.org, and they will be included into the minutes. So thank you. And that, I guess we will start. Okay, I'd like to make a motion to approve and authorize items 2A and 2B on the consent agenda.
Second, Dan.
And just to be clear, that's for the $6,727 in parkland funding for the Field of Dreams soccer fields. It's also to authorize the town to pay for, seeds and other supplies that we're using. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right.
Aye.
And then, so Alex, we have a discussion about the banner proposal from the CIT.
Yeah. I was talking to Sue, and we just wanted to let everybody know that the New Paltz Community Foundation will be collecting donations on behalf of the town and village of New Paltz for the purpose of providing funding for the 2020 Piglets Main Street Banner Project. These donations will, I'm reading from the email, these donations will enable our local students to contribute to the beautification of Main Street and complete important community service commitments as they graduate from New Paltz High School. So we just wanted to make sure that the town and the village both, mostly with us now, the town approved that as a public acknowledgement of collection of money.
I think it's a great idea, and we talked a bunch of us amongst ourselves. I think anything we can do to make it to just make it a little bit better for a lot of the kids around this year, and I really like this idea. So I appreciate CIT, and I appreciate you working with them, Alex, on this.
No, I'm happy too. The kids are really excited, and the banners, I looked at some of them, they look great. I think we're sort of abandoning the hanging basket idea because the volunteers to water them seems like, a really difficult path. As excited and enthusiastic as I was, I can't come up with, a bunch of volunteers for that for the summer. So I think having the banners up will be a really nice thing.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Thanks, Alex, for doing that. I think it's really great.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm so happy. So we're working with PDQ, getting those printed up. And again, the New Paltz Community Foundation is helping us with the funding so that we can pay the printing and then the putting up of the flags. And obviously, the town, they're helping us also with the putting them up. So we're working with them.
I mean, Chris has been very helpful with this as well.
He's been super helpful. He really has. He's been great.
If people want sorry.
Go ahead.
If people want more information about that, how would they get that?
I just wanted to run it through the town and just make sure that everybody was on board with it. And now that it's on board, I can write up a press release, and I'll send it to everybody. And then that press release, I'll make sure to run it I'll do it with Sue because she's the one that's, the big organizer. I'm just a liaison. But once we have that, then we can just post the press release and let people know the details. Great. Yeah, so the community knows why they're up, and how they got there.
And you're saying it's a campaign, a fundraising campaign that the community foundation will sponsor,
Yeah.
or they'll receive the funds as, because
You
there
know,
are,
if you know of anybody who wants to give to that, it'll probably, the whole thing will probably cost about $1,750 is what we,
and will that campaign be online, or like how do people find out about how to contribute? Certainly,
I don't know. I don't know yet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably,
Yeah.
okay.
As
So
soon as I
most likely people will be able to donate to the community foundation, and will be surely advertising it on social media and whatnot
It'll
to.
definitely be on social media so that
Right,
people
yeah.
know to get. Yeah, we'll do it. I talked to Sue, and they don't really do Instagram, but I do. So I'm going to help them do an Instagram a little account. So we'll do Facebook and Instagram as soon as we have the information.
Great, yeah, so if you need an official motion, I make a motion to what are we doing? Authorize the installation of the banners and to work with the foundation.
The Pulse Community Foundation, yeah, for the fundraising.
I second that, David.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Great.
I and D. So the next is, I also sent this around, I think earlier today as well, but we've been working with, Jewel Community Power for the CCA, right? And if people remember back, Jewel is working with local solar farms and ADE. And so they get some payments for everyone that signs up from our CCA for those solar farms. And they wrote me an email. They're interested in partnering with a local nonprofit and then donating money to a local nonprofit for every person that signs up. And I thought Family of New Paltz would be a good fit. And so, we have a letter that, we'll send out, saying that we're working with them, and that, every person that signs up for getting their electricity from a local solar farm, Family of New Paltz will get $50. And so I just want to run that by the board and make sure everyone's okay with that. It's not costing the town anything. We're just sending a letter. I think, we could also have it set up where the town keeps the money, but I think they need the money. A lot of people need the money right now. And I think it's they're doing a lot right now.
Sounds like a great idea, Neil. It would be great to know what, at the end of this time, like how much money is generated and donated to them. But I think,
they'll let us know.
Great.
So if everyone's like to make a motion to work with Jewel for COVID-19 relief efforts and to get money to Family of New Paltz.
David,
second, Dan.
Really?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, and so this is I'd like to make a motion to hire 2 part-time police officers, Officer Kaylin Marsh and Jonah Town.
Second, Dan.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Aye.
Aye.
And so I'd like to make a motion to approve the May warrant in the amount of $530,118.59.
Second, Dan.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, this last one is, we have some official paperwork that Joe sent around today. It's really just to kind of formalize a vote that we, before Alex was on the board, but it's this is really, it's on the town website. I sent it around earlier. It's our formally accepting the gift of the guardrails from the Mohonk Preserve. And if you've driven up on Butterville or Gatehouse Road, you see those nice wooden guardrails. They're giving them to the town, and we're gonna take responsibility for them. And it's just a motion, some official paperwork saying that we all agree to that. everyone will have to sign this eventually. I guess it goes in the record. So I'd like to make a motion to accept the gift of the guardrails from the Mohonk Preserve.
Second,
Dan.
Discussion?
I think Wendy seconded.
All in favor?
Just as far as discussion, Neil, sorry if I missed it. This will mean, is it the case that people cannot already park there? Or would this mean parking will be ending there now?
It is already ended there, Julie.
It's already ended, okay.
This guardrail is right up against the road, so there's no way to park on that
Yeah,
side.
okay.
But people have already figured out a way to park on the other side and
Yeah.
right in front of a little no parking sign.
Okay. Very good, thanks. I haven't tried to park there in a long, long time, so. So aye.
And so the good news is, I think, this is one of the steps in, they're finishing everything up and getting the, at least the temporary certificate of occupancy. So we should be, they're that much closer to opening up the gatehouse. And so that should be happening soon, I think.
Neil, can I just ask a question? Maybe you know the answer, maybe you don't. The no parking signs that were put on Butterville, I remember being part of that with you and approving those near where the River to Ridge crossover is on Butterville. But there are also no parking signs now up by Lenape that I don't remember us approving that. Was that done by Mohonk Preserve directly, or was that something that I missed? Would anyone remember like those no parking signs being approved up there? Or did we not need to?
We did not vote to put any no parking signs up near Lenape. We voted, and the only signs that are in the code, so the only ones that are valid are from Pine Road to the north.
Yep.
Butterville.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware there are any on to the south.
Right between Lenape and 299, there are 3 or 4 really, and they're really close together too. They don't have to be that close together, first of all, and I don't think we approved them. And
I don't think we did either.
Yeah, so I just wanted to ask how that happened. That maybe Chris knows if he was part of it or how that went down. But I'll reach out to Chris and ask.
Great, yeah, that would be good, because if we're gonna do it, we have to make sure it's done correctly.
Yep.
And it's a lot more. It's a lot more complicated than just putting the signs up, as you know.
Yep. Okay, I'll reach out to Chris and ask.
Did we vote on the guardrails?
Oh, we did.
We did? If we voted on the guardrails and everyone's in favor of it, that's the only thing I had left on the agenda, so we can adjourn.
Neil, I gotta tell you, man, you win the award. You chair a meeting, you run the technology, and you're an excellent dad all at the same time.
Yeah,
Aw.
I second that.
Absolutely.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
All right, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
I'm buying,
Second, Dan.
I'm buying Twisty Cone tonight for the two of you.
All right.
Have a good night.
Bye, everybody. Have a good night.
Right.
Bye.